I don't think any of us thought we'd be making another pirate movie. And then here we are today. Camera guys are going to hate us with salt water and all this shit. Right, so that the bones are lashed. A year ago, we had a meeting at Bruckheimer's office just to talk about, okay, what do we, the very first, what do we do?
At that moment, when it happens.
How do we make this into 2 movies? What's the next agenda? Who's our bad guy? This is Davy Jones.
Is he a bad guy?
Well, depends on really how you look at things. I like him.
It's always about the characters. You know, we only had 2 hours, or a little over 2 hours in the first movie to tell you about them, and now we got most probably 4 hours to give you a lot more depth into who they are.
Everything was on the table. Fountain of Youth, and just kind of every crazy idea. The concept of, you know, what does a trilogy need to accomplish? You have to feel like you've finished off. Nobody should make a pirate movie again after we're done, you know, the end of an era. The War Room. Welcome to hell. We don't have a script for either film, and it's October and we're shooting in February. Everybody's eagerly awaiting scripts. We're working with the writers, and we're obviously working backwards from a release date, ultimately. We've got to have that pirate movie, and it's kind of nuts, and it's kind of fun.
How did you get to this point without a script?
Well, we don't have a script yet because I think when this whole idea of Pirates 2 and 3 was pronounced a go, the writers were plucked from wherever they were and given the challenge of writing the scripts in a very short period of time. And I think right now they're furiously closeted away and writing, and they're just a little bit behind.
You see what I mean? And it just snaps, and the current just takes it away.
You know, that sets up a really cool thing, because you know you don't want to give them the script too early, because then they make changes and stuff. You want to give it to them just a little bit of time, and then by the time the script is done, they have to shoot what's there, and it's actually a very helpful thing to not
turn in first draft, first day of shooting. That's the goal.
It's for their own good, really.
How the heck do you spell it?
We didn't necessarily think that the first movie was going to be successful.
Basically, we thought that not only was it possible we may never get to write another pirate movie ever again, it was also possible that no one would ever get to write another pirate movie ever again. So
the challenge of then doing 2, which essentially makes a trilogy, is to give the appearance that the first movie was so cleverly designed to lead to the second and then to the third.
Exactly.
When in fact, at the time, it was meant to be a very complete thing.
Because they've got a distance to run, right? Because the script is not complete, Gore and I got together early and just said we need to come up with sequences anyway. We have to figure out huge chunks of the script that haven't been fleshed out yet. So I'm glad. If there was a finished script at the beginning, then you're just sort of, painting by numbers. But I love it. You get to sit here, create a pirate story, and then somebody's going to film it, I mean, it's amazing.
This time around, like we did on the first movie, we scouted the Caribbean again thoroughly. And you start in Jamaica, you head east, and then you take a right and head south. You have to understand, this is a Gore Verbinski film. The only way a location is going to get picked by Gore is if you have to swim to it, hike to it.
We're just coming to see your field there, buddy.
Rappel into it, or parachute into it. The more extreme and remote, the better it is.
We've lost our minds. We've lost our minds.
It's like a little child in Gore, even though he's a real tough, smart director. But he's got that little kid inside of him, which gives you that smile all the time.
It was amazing. It was an adventure every day where everyone was exhausted but exhilarated. The swimming and the hiking and the boating and the helicopter rides.
We're trying to find new, exciting locations, and that's the only way to find them. What's down that road, and start hiking. Right. What's up that hillside? Wait till you see the Cannibal Island location. It's extraordinary, but the only way we found it was with a man in front of us with a machete cutting a path up the hillside for us to go explore.
On there right now.
There's 2 mounds and a bridge between the 2 of them.
Our most interesting or challenging island is Dominica. One of the reasons we picked Dominica is they had a Carib tribe.